a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Now let's take a look at Phoenix's opening lineup. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant, and it's Dunn in at the 3 slot. Now here's Durant. And it's all from three-point range. Outside Edwards. Shoots over Beal. They get it back. Outside McDaniels. The 3 is up. Minnesota again missing. And so it's Durant who brings up the ball for the Suns. And Booker puts up a deep 3. Durant looking around. Here's the 3. Randall pulls down the board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Conley passes to Gobert. Back to Conley. The kick out to Edwards. There's the triple. Oh, Booker with a block. He launches a 3. On target from range.
And this is big for Booker's confidence. With his three-point ball falling, he's so tough to stop.
For 3, Conley. Here's Gobert. Can't connect from short range.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
And Durant gets it to go.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Graham.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
Now here's McDaniels. Randall outside. Outside Edwards. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Dunn. The Suns have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. And Durant hits from deep. Durant's gotten his 2nd bucket on the night.
When it comes to catch and shoot situations, Durant as reliable as it gets.
Randall, good.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Beal. Pass to Durant. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Minnesota. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. I asked him about the many difficulties that Kevin Durant presents to a defense, and coach said with most guys you can force them left or right or send help. With Kevin, he can always shoot over the top of you. Sometimes you feel helpless in that regard. Not a lot of solutions for a 7-foot sharpshooter, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Now here's Booker. 5 to shoot. Fades. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that. Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Randall against Durant. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Durant with a screen on Edwards. Beal, the pass to Dunn. Corner shot. Durant, no good.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with him.
Here's Edwards. Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Richards. Phoenix leading by 3. Outside Durant. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. The Timberwolves shooting just 25% from the field in the first quarter. And yep, it's good.
You know, when you're a guard like Edwards, I think you need the teardrop in your arsenal. Too many great rim protectors in the NBA. That's a shot you need to have.
Now here's Booker. 6 points for him. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in for Conley. Plumlee's checked in for Phoenix. O'Neal comes in for Dunn. For 3, Booker. And the 3-pointer goes. Booker's got 9.
Awfully tough play to defend. When you honor the roller, Booker just takes advantage.
And the Suns shooting just 36% here in the first quarter. Plumlee, a screen on DiVincenzo. Booker, the pass to O'Neal. Back to Booker. 4-3. No good that time. Devin Booker. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Suns. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. Royce O'Neal is out there with Mason Plumlee. Then there's Tyus Jones. Then there's Grayson Allen. And it's Gillespie in at the point guard position. Phoenix leading by 5. And he's going for the oop here. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleek. Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Three-pointer O'Neal, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
The three is up. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Phoenix has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Allen against Clark. Pass to Plumlee. Launches a three. Reed with the rebound.
You know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
The Suns lead by 8. Second quarter basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. He buries it from 3. Gillespie's got his first 3 points of the game.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
The 3, DiVincenzo drills it from deep.
Well, you know, that last 3 got DiVincenzo fired up now. He had to respond. He goes to the arc to shoot back with one of his own triples.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Gobert's checked in for Minnesota. Dillingham comes in for Clark. Richards is checked in for Phoenix. Dunn comes in for Gillespie. Now here's Allen. Still no points.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his first foul of the game. Well, Clark, playing time is so difficult to come by. So what's the best way to stay ready if you're on the end of the bench?
Yeah, that's a good question, B. I never experienced that as a starter in the short career that I had in the NBA. With all the travel, I think you just got to make a commitment to get in the extra work between the few practices that you have. So it's really being self-motivated as an individual to be professional and anticipate that you're going to be ready if your number's called.
4 on the clock. Here's O'Neal. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. O'Neal's got 5 points now this quarter. The kick out to Conley. Back to Gobert. Pass to Dillingham. Offline with a 3. The Suns lead by 10. And now the Suns fast break. And Allen gets it to go.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the 3 in transition.
Outside, Alexander Walker. That's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. McDaniels is checked in for the Timberwolves. Edwards comes in for Alexander Walker. Beal, he's checked in for the Suns. Booker comes in for Allen. Here's Edwards. And there's the drive, and Edwards slams it in.
Fearless drive by Edwards, taking the ball right into the defense and finishing strong.
And Anthony Edwards has stated that his goal is to ultimately surpass Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, that is a lofty goal to run after. I don't know if he'll catch him, but I like the fact that he's ambitious enough and confident enough to put it out there. His ability speaks for itself. This guy's a star already, and his star continues to shine. His work ethic and confidence give me belief that he's going to have a chance to at least get close to that. We know about 25 years ago, there was a guy named Kobe Bryant who sought to do something similar to what MJ did, and he got pretty close to matching.
Now here's Booker. There's the three. Back to Jones from downtown. Offensive board. Done. The pass to Booker. Here's Jones. Three-pointer. Three-pointer. Knocks it down from distance.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Conley passes to Gobert. Conley looking for an opening. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Phoenix leading by 17. Here's Richards. Edwards pulls it in.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Dunn. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Phoenix looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We'll be right back after this word. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the 1. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randle, he usually gets the best of it.
Up top, Durant. Check by Randle. Good on the shot. Durant's got 8 points.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Now here's Durant. Give him 8 points now. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
McDaniels, that's good.
And that was from way outside. It's clear McDaniels has confidence in his long-range capabilities.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Here's Conley, coming off a Suns make. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Timberwolves trail by 16. Edwards with it. Beal picks him up. Oh, Edwards bringing the heat.
Rising up for the throwdown. Major hops from Edwards.
And Booker puts up a deep 3. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Edwards. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. Conley's got 3 assists in the game.
How about that wonderful floater he has? Showing off an exquisite touch.
All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
Yeah, averaging double digits pretty much every season, BA. And that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. and it also helps them control pace. You've got a guy who eats glass like that and defends at a high level. You got something real good for yourself. Great use of the dribble drive by Edwards there, earning himself a trip to the line.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And a new group getting ready for the Suns. Plumlee's checked in for Richards. O'Neal comes in for Dunn. Allen, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Gillespie is subbed in for Devin Booker. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Clark's checked in. Here's Reed. He's scoreless. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Here's Durant. Fires the three. Fires in the triple.
Well, Durant's reputation at the arc is solid, and good reason for that. He's a consistent sniper.
Randall can't hit.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him, and this came up short on the triple.
Gillespie passes to O'Neal. For three, Allen. Another three for Phoenix.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Timberwolves trail by 19. And here's Clark for three. The Timberwolves again can't hit. From deep. O'Neal inside. DiVincenzo covering. Just 5 to shoot. From outside the arc. Durant for three. Alexander Walker grabs the board.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Gets the three to fall.
And there's DiVincenzo with the quick trigger. Cannot give him any room defensively. You've got to eliminate his airspace.
The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 10 shots to go. For three, Randall. Durant pulls it in. Durant's got rebound number 7 tonight. There's Plumlee with a three. Count it from distance. Plumlee's got 5.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
And here's Clark for three. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist. Randall's got 4 assists now tonight.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
For three, DiVincenzo. Phoenix grabs the miss. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Gillespie passes to Plumlee. Shoots over Randall. And the basket by Plumlee. Plumlee's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And here's Clark for three. Hits the trifecta.
Good find that time by DiVincenzo. An unselfish player, always looking to make the extra pass.
Outside Durant. With 1 on the clock. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Great job ending the quarter on a hot.
Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for the Suns. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court right now for the Suns, Devin Booker out there with Tyus Jones. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then it's Mason Plumlee. And it's Dunn in at the 4-man position. DiVincenzo, pass to McDaniels. Off target from 3-point range. And Booker has got the ball here for the Suns. The lead is 15. Plumlee, no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide-open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
And there's Plumlee on the assist by Booker. And the Suns lead by 15. Jacks up a 3. DiVincenzo can't hit. For For Phoenix, they've gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. There's Plumlee with a 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Reed finds Gobert. Outside, DiVincenzo sinks it from distance. DiVincenzo's got 6 in the quarter.
DiVincenzo really setting the tone offensively. Fantastic stuff from him tonight.
Here's Dunn, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
DiVincenzo can't hit.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
There's Plumlee with a 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Reed, good.
They need to run plays for him, get him more touches, whatever it takes to get him producing.
And Beal puts up a deep 3. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Outside Reed. Launches it. Plumlee pulls down the board. The Suns lead by 12. Here's Dunn. And the Suns miss again. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Plumlee a screen on McDaniels. Here's Booker. No good, off the front rim. The Timberwolves have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Here's Edwards. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. And here are the Suns now. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. The offensive rebound. Outside for Booker. Shot clock at 6. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Julius Randle's checked in for Minnesota. Mike Conley comes in for DiVincenzo. Richards is checked in for Phoenix. Kevin Durant comes in for Jones. Here's Dunn. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
Timberwolves trail by 13. Let's go with a 3. Kevin Durant pulls it in. Durant's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. For 3, Booker. Pure from three-point range.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Suns.
And as we see the game wind down, you have to remember all the second chance buckets this team put on the board.
They definitely won it with their offensive rebounding. We watched them attack the ball and turn misses into makes all game long.
And what a huge performance it was for Kevin Durant. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man.
Conley loves setting up his teammates for quality shots. He's one of the more selfless guys in the league.
Durant's shot is off. Randle deciding where to go with it. Pass to Conley. There's 25 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Puts it up from 15. Kevin Durant pulls it in. And Beal puts up a deep 3. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. And Minnesota with possession here. They trail by 14. So it's the Suns winning this one easily. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
is among the best defensive squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a... And rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
It's stolen by Eason. Brooks with it. Conley picks him up. Here's Thompson. And it goes down 2 points. Thompson's got his second basket of the game.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. He told me that Şengün won't be easy to contain. He pointed to his passing ability and said they can run their offense through him whether he's in the post or at the top of the key. He added in scoring, and he presents a unique challenge. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple. Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Here's Edwards. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And here's Conley outside. It's rebounded by Houston. Thompson with it. Picked up by Edwards. Nice shot by Thompson. Thompson's got 12.
And this one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Down low. And then jammed down as it goes right over Anthony Edwards.
Oh, wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here he goes, and just miss after miss right now.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Amen will blow right by you.
Conley kicks to Edwards. No one near Randall as he lets it go. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Randall's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Timberwolves. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Houston. 13-point lead.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Houston?
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Hart comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And Randall throws it down.
Wow, Julius Randle getting downhill and leaves no doubt.
Thompson in the posts. He's against Clark. The kick out to Holiday. From outside, off the mark. Handle with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Alexander Walker passes to DiVincenzo. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Rockets leading by 14. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Here's Thompson. The second effort. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. The Timberwolves shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. It's stolen by DiVincenzo. Pass to Alexander Walker. Three-pointer, Randall. No good, shot missing. Amen Thompson, he's feeling it tonight, and he has been the driving force. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen the Rockets really take control here.
The offense firing on all cylinders. They dominated that first period.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
They've got Dillingham. Naz Reid out there with Gobert. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. For 3, Smith connects from three-point range. Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to McDaniels. Now Dillingham. Here's Reid. Takes the 3. Kept alive. Now DiVincenzo. And stolen by Whitmore. Here's Adams. And he banks in the layup. Adams has got his first bucket in this one.
There is a persistence about Steven Adams. Quality defense will not deter this guy if he wants to score. Nice finish. You have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Rockets leading by 16. And Greg, talk about a guy who can create for himself. Dillingham can already score on elite defender.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of that is his footwork. You can see the hours he's put into it. And then add in the body control and quickness. Good luck slowing this young man down. And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. These days in the NBA, no lead is safe. Timberwolves coach Chris Finch said there was a time where you weren't taking 20 triples in a game. It's all down to that. Momentum, too. These guys got into the league being offensive-minded, and when they get hot, it's a sight, and it's really hard to stop. Kevin?
Chris Finch is right. It's impossible to stop. Thank you, D.A. Here's McDaniels. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Steven Adams picks one up.
Yeah, just nice strength there and then just off with the shot.
And eventually every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully by that point it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
That's good. The Houston lead is cut down to 14, getting a little bit closer on the bucket from Reid. Ball's knocked loose. Edwards with it. Now Green defending. Driving. What a sweet jam by Edwards.
Oh, a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
Green kicks to Green. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Pass to Şengün. Şengün with a screen on Conley. Brooks outside. Şengün with the ball. Easton passes to Brooks. Just 3 to shoot. Shoots from the line. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. And the foul on Tari Eason. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Julius Randle comes in for Rudy Gobert. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for McDaniels. Conley finds Alexander-Walker. The quick look, no good that time. Houston leading by 13. Finished off the break.
A whole selfless play right there from Green. He's all about getting it to the open man.
Randle from outside. It's rebounded by Houston. Outside, Green. Brooks from outside. Julius Randle with the rebound. Minnesota's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up floor. He is in a zone right now. Every 3 he puts up seems to be going down.
Here's Green, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Green's got 7 points in the game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And the basket by Edwards.
Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior, such a tough check.
Bobbed up there for Green.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Rockets lead by 16, and we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Amen Thompson has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Taking a look at the Rockets. Dylan Brooks out there with Thompson. Then there's Jalen Green. Then it's Alperen Şengün. And it's Eason in at the 2 spot. Nice shot by Gobert.
Gobert's comfort zone, right? High percentage shots, easy money for Rudy.
And those advanced numbers, George, they show Rudy Gobert is historically great.
Kevin, I love that you are an analytics lover, but for me, it's about the eye test. Rudy Gobert has won the Defensive Player of the Year on more than one occasion. He's played on winning teams, and he's been an integral part of their success. He is one of the all-time great defenders we've seen.
And the Timberwolves with possession here, trailing by 17. DB, ever since winning the Most Improved Player back in 2021, Randle has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
Brooks with it. Picked up by Edwards. It's stolen by Edwards. Rockets leading by 14. Here's Thompson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 8th assist here tonight.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Jabari Smith, he's jacked in for the Rockets. And Van Vliet comes in for Tari Eason. Edwards, no good. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. Smith, left side. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Oh, how about the vision from Smith? You have to know not just where, but when to deliver the ball.
Here's Randle. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Minnesota with the rebound. Right side, Edwards. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
Oh, my goodness. The athleticism of Anthony Edwards on full display.
Randall against Thompson. And it's Brooks in the corner. Van Vliet outside. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 5. Smith for 3. Good on the triple. Smith's got 11 points.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
To the paint. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Outside Conley. Randall from outside. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. Rockets leading by 21. Thompson. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 3 assists in the game. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Conley against Green. Randall from outside. Hits it from 3-point range. Randall's got 4 this quarter.
Well, you cannot sleep on Julius Randle. Catch and shoot jumper. Okay, Julius, we see you.
The drive by Thompson and a missed layup. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said it feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I've had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time. Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
Oh, David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, D.A., thanks. Rockets leading by 19 points. Here's Thompson. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. And then for Houston, Şengün's checked in for Jabari Smith. Green comes in for Dylan Brooks. And Aaron Holiday is subbed in for Green. Timberwolves passing it around. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Guarded by Green. Clark with a wide-open look. Knocks down the 3-ball. Clark's got himself on the board with 3 there. Houston's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Pass to Van Vliet. The 3. That shot misses. Dillingham with it. DiVincenzo with it. Guarded by Holiday. Up in time. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Houston Rockets taking a 19-point lead into the break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Clark is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Dillingham, and it's Reed in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Van Vliet against DiVincenzo. Here's Randall. Back to DiVincenzo. Clark outside. It's stolen by Eason. He lobs up the alley pass, and then Smith with the dunk.
This is the belief Smith's teammates have in him, which is why they look for him to take that shot.
3-pointer, Randall. The rebound by Holiday. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Houston.
They're looking to attack in transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
Edwards has come in for Clark. Randall kicks to Edwards. Reed the pass to Edwards. Sinks the triple.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Offensive rebound. Out to Smith. Second shot opportunity. That shot off. Randall with some nice D. Here's Alexander Walker. They get a hand on it.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Basket good.
And, you know, the more you watch Smith, the more you marvel at his feel for the game.
Timberwolves have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Pass to Alexander Walker. Tries the spin move. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
And when you look at Alexander Walker, Doris, so consistent from year to year.
This is a young man who knows his role, finds ways to help the team within the context of what the Stars are doing, and those are exactly the kind of role players you need in order to have a quality basketball team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Gobert comes in for Reed, and it's Mike Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Smith going in. Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy. And add that one to the highlight reel. Wow. Jabari Smith.
Conley gets the bucket. And here is Green. Smith sets the pick for Green. From deep. Smith, no good.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg, believe me. But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. Here's Şengün. Hits the outside fadeaway.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Houston.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Amen Thompson.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
6 to shoot. Conley, the pass to Alexander Walker. Smith outside. From outside the arc. Julius Randle with the rebound. Out to Edwards. Outside Conley. Back to Edwards. Launches it. Knocked away. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Houston in total control. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Outside Holiday. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were
These are two of the stingiest defenses in the NBA.
Yeah, these games were a grind to play in. You're fighting for every bucket. So the little things, like an extra possession here or there, those will be huge.
Here are the starters for Houston. Green is the 2 with Brooks at the 3. Thompson out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the 1 spot. And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his first foul of the game. For 3, Booker. Rockets with a rebound.
And sometimes on defense, you could just get lucky.
Thompson with it. Beal picks him up. Thompson, that's good.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Durant for 3. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Thompson passes to Van Vliet. From outside, off the mark. Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Richard, how about that memorable Rockets winning streak early in 2024?
11 straight wins. Look, that's no easy task, no matter who you are playing. The energy in the locker room must have just been off the charts.
A confident shot from Amin. I mean, when he trusts his J, Thompson is that much more difficult to check. Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Thompson, a screen on Booker. Van Vliet, the pass to Thompson. The kick out to Van Vliet. Fires the 3, and it's Thompson that time on the assist from Green. Thompson's got 9.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Booker, the pass to Durant. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
The 3-pointer off the mark. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land so far. Thompson, and the shot's good. 11 points in the game.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
For 3, Booker buries it from 3.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer.
We talked about how Alperen Şengün can act as a facilitator. Coach said he sees the floor like nobody else. He's got a great mind for the game. And if you let him find his guy out of the high post, he will punish you. No doubt about it, they're aware. He is the engine of this offense.
And Allie, thanks. Van Vliet misses. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Trailing by 2 with the fadeaway. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
When you come out to an NBA game, that's what you want to see. Devin Booker putting on a show.
You know, Booker gets a lot of praise for his scoring. But how about his skill as a passer, Richard?
Oh, he's a good decision maker, B.A. He's able to read defenses and dissect them with his passing. He's shown he can be a traditional, quote-unquote, point guard.
Plumlee's checked in for Richards. Smith, he's checked in for Houston. Eason comes in for Brooks. Durant for 3. That one falls. His second make in 5 attempts.
No hesitation from the swing man. Durant has such confidence shooting off the catch. Tremendous.
The Rockets again can't hit.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
No good on the 3. Rockets trail by 3. Pass to Şengün. Smith outside. Looking to win the run. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Outside Durant. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now. Smith with it. Durant covering. Fades back. Kevin Durant pulls it in.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
And the call will be against Alperen Şengün. That's his first foul. So Phoenix going with almost an entirely new group here. O'Neal, he's checked in for Durant. Allen comes in for Dunn. Jones, he's checked in for Beal. And Gillespie is subbed in for Booker. Allen can't get it to go. The Rockets trail. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Three-pointer, Holiday. Here's Eason. The rebound by Allen. Jones from outside. Sends it home from three-point land. 11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Holiday. For three, Smith. No good. Misses at the buzzer. Devin Booker. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Phoenix?
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. We've got Aaron Holiday, Thompson out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Whitmore, and it's Adams in at the 5 down low.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders. That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
Ever since Phoenix changed ownership, they've been all in on winning now, Richard.
They've traded a lot of picks away and young talent to assemble a team of superstars. Some of the best shooters in the history of this league, and they were willing to go deep into the luxury tax to sustain it.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Uses the glass on the layup. Thompson's got 15 points.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
The three ball. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Outside Whitmore. Thompson with a screen. And it's Houston scoring again.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
Holiday finds Thompson. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. For three, Allen. And again, it's Phoenix from deep.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Ooh, poked away. Stolen by Jones. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Thompson. Off target with a jump hook. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Richards with a screen. Three-pointer, O'Neal. Offensive rebound. Allen outside. Pass to O'Neal. Back to Allen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Adams. A different look for Phoenix. Durant, he's checked in for Gillespie. And it's Booker in for Jones. And Houston making a change here. Here's Durant. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Durant's got 8 points. All right, I don't want to make you feel too old here, RJ, but you did get drafted back in 2001. What's the biggest change to the game, you think?
Oh, I think without a doubt the physicality and the three ball. Teams are not as physical, and they shoot a lot more threes. When I came in, they were barely shooting them. Now that's all that matters.
Now here's Green. Still without a bucket. Stolen by Booker. Richards, the pass to Allen. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Houston. And here is Thompson. 17 points in the game. The jump hook, and that one's long. The Suns lead by 9. Booker surveying the D. Over Holiday. And the Suns miss again. And it's Green with the ball for the Rockets. Green to the rack. And it's hammered home by Green.
You don't want to jump with Jalen Green. That's rule number 1. And rule number 2, you don't want to jump with Jalen Green.
Nails it from 3. Allen's got 6 points in the quarter.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Thompson passes to Holiday. Thompson goes in. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Well, you see Thompson's explosion there. I mean, just an insanely quick first step. All the defender can do is bump him.
Shoots it from the corner. Here's Richards. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And the first one at the line is good. Phoenix making some changes. Plumlee's checked in for Kevin Durant. Dunn comes in for O'Neal. And it's Beal in for Allen. Rockets trail by 10.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
Pass to Booker. Fader on the way. And so it's Phoenix ending the quarter up 10. Their work from distance has been impressive, and it's put them in this lead right now. We'll be back in a moment. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Well, you got to like what we're seeing from Amin Thompson.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Dunn in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Since being drafted in 2021, Alperin liftoff for Green.
That is an impressive pass to Green. But to be honest, when you throw him a lob, he does all the rest of the work.
For 3, Booker. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got 6 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Thompson, guarded by Durant. Rebounded by Dunn. The Suns lead by 8. Here's Booker. Booker cashing in on the fast break.
Nice finish in the open floor. Booker loves leaking out and attacking.
Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Even though his team is lagging behind, he's playing like winners. Too bad his attitude isn't spreading to the other guys.
A nice shot by Booker. Rockets trail by 11. Van Vliet outside. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Oh, Amin Thompson. Incredible verticality.
Outside Durant. Launches it from deep. Yes! And it's Booker with the setup. Booker's got 3 assists now in this one.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
Phoenix making a switch here. Gillespie's checked in. Now here's Durant. 11 points in the game, and he gets the bucket.
Well, Durant must be making the defense sweat a little bit right now. Whenever he gets into a rhythm, he gets aggressive.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie. And so it's Phoenix with it. After the basket by Houston. Offensive rebound. Here's Gillespie. Green covering. Done. The pass to Booker. Shot clock at 5. For 3. Devin Booker for 3.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Yeah, one thing about Van Vliet, he makes the right decision most of the time.
Beal against Eason. And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That'll be a second foul of the game. Plumlee's checked in for Booker. Adams checked in for the Rockets. Green comes in for Thompson. Outside Durant. Nails the wide open jumper. Durant's got 7 points for the quarter.
This is how smart Durant is, able to break defenses apart in screen rolls like it's nothing.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. The 3. KD. What else would you expect?
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Eason, good.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Durant. He's got 18. Green with the ball. Beal picks him up. Plumlee against Adams. And no good. Ooh, good D by Plumlee. The Suns lead by 10. From deep. Durant, no good. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Adams inside. He's checked by Plumlee. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from their mistakes and move forward. Next play.
Smith, he's checked in for Houston. Whitmore comes in for Green. And out of bounds. The Rockets will take it. Dylan Brooks checked in for Eason.
Substitution for the Rockets. Number 9, Dylan Brooks.
23 seconds left in the third quarter. Van Vliet left side. For 3, Smith. Houston with another miss. Allen outside. The 3. That shot, no good. Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for Phoenix, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter. 3 for the game. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. So the Houston 5 right now. At small forward and power forward, it's Brooks and Smith. Whitmore is out there with Fred Van Vliet, and it's Şengün in at the center position. They get the rebound. Over to the wing. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Here's Whitmore outside. Jones grabs the board. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for Phoenix. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game.
Oh, the ever-expanding range of Devin Booker, making you pick him up pretty much at half court.
Here's Şengün. Ooh, good D by Plumlee.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Here's Booker. It's hauled in by Houston.
And he felt like he needed a little bit more space with the fade to get off the shot, but that might have been what threw him off and made him miss.
For 3, Smith. Jones grabs the board. Phoenix leading by 10. There's Plumlee with a three. The shot no good. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Here's Smith. The kick out to Van Vliet. Back to Smith. Three-pointer. It's not going to go for him. Phoenix has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. There's Plumlee with a three. Good work defensively by Brooks. Rockets trail by 10. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Drops in the three.
And this is what Van Vliet is known for, a volume three-point gunner who shoots it well.
Here's Plumlee, plenty of space. Yes! And it's Booker with the setup. Booker's got his 4th assist with that last one. The Rockets have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Here's Van Vliet. It's good.
Well, Van Vliet likes to work up close and personal at the basket, always ready to take it inside.
Pass to Plumlee. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got rebound number 8 now. Here's Van Vliet. Now here's Brooks. Stolen by Booker. In transition, here come the Suns. Dunn's shot is good. Dunn's got himself on the board with a three there. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for the Suns.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Well, something else that has stood out to me has been their aggressiveness on the boards. They're just out-muscling the opposition on the offensive glass. That's exactly what you work for, a high-percentage look.
Here's the three. Brooks with the rebound. Rockets trail by 8. Van Vliet left side. There's the triple. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Dunn. A minute 37 left in the fourth quarter here. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. To the paint. Here's Brooks. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Brooks has gotten his first basket of the night.
A throwback wing. Dillon Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
For three, Booker. Phoenix no good that time either.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
An impressive athlete. This rookie Whitmore loves getting inside and hammering it home.
Booker's shot is good.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Well, Grant, this game looks just about over.
BA, all they really need to do is just work that clock, don't turn it over, and this game is a wrap.
Booker missing again.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Yeah, no question Van Vliet was going to find his man. He has excellent court vision.
It's Booker on the wing. Off target with the three.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot, then a quick foul.
The three, Smith. Count it! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally.
Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Cool, calm, and collected. Say that 3 times fast. He makes them all and puts this game away.
Şengün, a screen on Booker. Van Vliet misses. Fires away from way outside. Off target with the shot. So a close game sees Phoenix taking this one. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or the...
is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's McDaniels at the small forward position. And here are the Timberwolves. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did speak with Mike Budenholzer for a few minutes. I asked him how you take care of the Stifle Tower himself, Rudy Gobert. Coach said, I think you just try to pester him on defense and stay away from him on offense. If he's anywhere near our shooters, that means it's time to move the ball. So they'll have to play keep away when it comes to Gobert. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. Randle finds McDaniels. The three. It's hauled in by the Suns. And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels, possessing tremendous length for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Now here's Durant. And so just over a minute and a half played, and he makes that one. Durant's got his second basket of the night.
Anytime KD gets that look, it's a great possession for this team.
And stolen by Booker. Puts up a deep three. A rebound by Edwards.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Suns have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. For three, Booker. There's the three. No good on that one. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. In the air and down hard. Woo!
Oh, stop.
Now here's Durant. 5 points in the game.
Silky corner shot by Durant. He is so confident in his ability to hit from that range.
To the left side wing. Gobert finds Randle. Over in the corner, Edwards. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Randle. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Plumlee with the steal. Here's Gillespie. Nailed from three-point land. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for Phoenix?
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
Now Edwards following Durant's three-point attempts. Good.
Edwards plays with such ferocity.
Suns leading by 4. Booker outside. Pass to KD. Six on the shot clock. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And Gobert kicks to DiVincenzo. Sinks the three-pointer.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
KD against Reed. Shoots over Reed. Durant with another miss.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. The three for DiVincenzo. And it's KD with the rebound. Booker with a deep three. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Booker's got 6 points.
And you can see how quick Booker is to react. No hesitation on that jump shot.
And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
The three, Booker, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Phoenix with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And the three... And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. Dunn is out there with Royce O'Neal. Then it's Jones. Then there's Allen. And it's Richards in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Suns leading by 6. There's O'Neal with the three. Reed with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And with the score of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Here's DiVincenzo, and he uses the glass on the lane. 5 points in the game. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. They lead by 4. From past the arc. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Count that bucket. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Miller against O'Neal. Over Miller. They get the rebound. Richards passes to Dunn. Back to Richards. Shot clock at 6. Over Miller. Richards, no good. Timberwolves trail by 5. From downtown. Rebound by the Suns. Richards got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. O'Neal sets the screen for Allen. Pass to O'Neal. Out to the right wing. Down against DiVincenzo. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Alexander Walker on the wing. Allen defending. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Nick Richards. Durant comes in for O'Neal, and Bradley Beal subbed in for Grayson Allen. Edwards with it. He's picked up by KD. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Here's the floater, and it's laid up and in by Conley. Conley's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Great control by Conley in the float game. Gave it just enough.
They get it again. Stolen by Conley. Pass to Randall. Over Plumlee. Conley scanning the floor. And he makes good on the layup. Now just a 3-point Suns lead.
Yeah, not just a jump shooter. Conley is also adept at finding real estate close to the rim. Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach. Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
Durant for three. Oh, the silky smooth three from KD.
And Durant, so dangerous as a scorer. He can shoot it from deep, also beat you off the dribble there. He just stops and pops.
And Randall throws it down.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Outside, KD. Lets it go with the three. Another three for Phoenix.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Minnesota's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Beyond the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Julius Randle getting it done for Minnesota. What a quarter. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Julius Randle is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in the point guard. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size. Not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic. But it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
McDaniels finds Gobert. And stolen by Dunn. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Beal with it. Picked up by Edwards. Fires the three. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut to just one on the basket from Bradley Beal.
And with a smooth, fluid release, Beal's jumper does wonders for his team's offensive position.
Pass to Dunn. Suns moving the ball around. Got that one up quick. KD's got 19 points.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Gobert down low. Defended by Richard. Gobert, no good.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
The wide open look for Durant. Off target from three-point range. For Minnesota, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
Phoenix has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Allen outside. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game. Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
DiVincenzo finds Randall. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
And the physicality of Randall's game, impressive. It's what earns him those calls.
Craig in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
For 3, Booker with a 3. He is a knockdown shooter.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Allen for 3. Some solid defense from Clark.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Kicks it out to Allen. Pass to Gillespie. And a great assist by Allen as that one goes in.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Booker with no one around, and it's off from three-point range. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 1-point game. 1:30 left to play here in the third.
And Randall's never been one to back down from physical play inside, and he's not going to start now.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady when he's at the line.
Mason Plumlee's checked in for Nick Richards.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Stolen by O'Neal. Fast break, here come the Suns. O'Neal sets the screen for Booker. The 19-footer is on the money. Booker's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's lethal. I love how Booker's eyes light up when he gets a mid-range opportunity.
Randall kicks to DiVincenzo. Randall with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. 5 to shoot. DiVincenzo passes to Randall. Plumlee with the rebound. For Phoenix, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. To the middle. Kicks it out to Allen. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Minnesota's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Randall no good. The Suns trailing. Booker outside. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. No good on the 3.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
For the lead, drills the three-pointer. Booker's got 14 points.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Julius Randle getting it done for Minnesota. In total. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Durant. Bradley Beal is out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Nick Richards. And it's done in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Driving, it's Edwards. And he lays it straight in.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
Durant up top, guarded by Reed, and good that time. Durant's got the game tied up here for the Suns.
There is no limit to what KD can do scoring the basketball.
Outside, Edwards. Pass to Conley. Here's Gobert.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Phoenix shooting 43% from the floor. And here's KD for 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones.
And with the right partner, Durant is an unstoppable force in that pick and roll. It's a very high percentage play when he's running.
Beal against Reed. Shoots over Beal. And the shot no good, a bit short. For Phoenix, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And here's KD for 3. Hands it from downtown. KD's got 29.
And there's no shot Durant can't hit. Has an amazing touch from way outside the arc. And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Anywhere Durant can find a shot, he can make a shot. That certainly includes the mid-range.
And Reed has it in the corner. And the 3 off target. Phoenix leading by 5. Dunn, wide open, he fires. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Booker, he's checked in for Tyus Jones. Julius Randle's checked in for the Timberwolves. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Randle dishes to Gobert. Back to Randle. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Pass to Conley. Randle down low. Durant's there.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Booker's got 3 assists now in this one. Beal with the steal. Booker against Conley. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Randle. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randle's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
Durant, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Edwards passes to Randle. Outside Conley. KD against Randle. Pocket 6. Here's Edwards. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots. 43 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Booker the pass to KD. For the 3. That's up a 3. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Randle kicks to Gobert. Outside for Randle. It's deflected. Pass to Booker. Puts up a deep three. Offensive rebound. Puts up a deep three. Durant, no good. So it's the Suns winning easily here. Even. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up.
that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the point. And that one's good from Conley.
Timely cut by Conley. He took off the moment he saw that opportunity open up.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
The shot by Conley, no good. Outside for Green. Three-pointer off the mark. It's Edwards on the wing, guarded by Van Vliet. Outside Conley. Nice D from Thompson.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him. And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
So it's Minnesota now. Edwards, the pass to Conley. Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
Pass to Green. Back to Thompson. Driving to the basket. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. And he's able to get it back. And the bucket is good. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Edwards for 3. Doesn't go that time.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Shot's good by Thompson.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
He drops it from range. Conley's got 5 points.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Şengün, a screen on Randle. Thompson passes to Şengün. Takes one from 10 feet. The rebound by the Timberwolves. It's Edwards on the wing, guarded by Van Vliet. And Edwards the bucket on the assist by Randle.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards, confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Pass to Green. The 3 is up. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. They now take the lead.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Now let's send it over to Ali LaForce, who was able to talk with Ime Udoka.
He knows it'll be tough to score in the paint tonight. Gobert locks down the lane as well as anyone. He blocks shots, and then when you count up the numbers of shots he alters, you get a full picture of his dominance at the defensive end. Guys?
Good job there, Ali. Thanks. Here's Thompson. Pass to Şengün. The wide open shot is on the money. Şengün's got his second bucket on the night.
He's got a real nice feel for the game. Şengün's quick to make the most of an open look when it avails itself.
That one falls.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Şengün. 5 points in the game. And there it is for him.
Nice find by Thompson. Now, good to see him sharing the ball like this.
Gobert passes to Randle. And the 3 off target. Houston in the lead. And it's Thompson penetrating. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
And Minnesota making a change here. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in for Conley. Now here's Clark. Here's Reed. Blocked. And he recovers it. Here's Alexander Walker. Drains the triple.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
The Rockets have got 8 of 13 attempts to go. Thompson. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Reed against Smith. And here's Clark for 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Here's Thompson. Green with a screen on Randall. Throws it up high, and it's hammered home by Green.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off Amin Thompson. He is feeling it tonight, and he's been the driving force for the Rockets. Between his scoring and rebounding, an excellent period. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out at you stat-wise?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
We've got Jabari Smith, Cam Whitmore out there with Aaron Holiday. Then it's Tari Eason, and it's Adams in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Ingles from outside. Minnesota again missing.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Here's Whitmore outside, knocks down the triple.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
And Ingles gets it to go. The assist by DiVincenzo. Ingles got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Adams inside, working on Reed. The jump hook, and the Rockets tack on 2 more.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
And out of bounds, Houston will have it. Houston making some changes. Şengün checked in for Adams. Green comes in for Smith. And Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Holiday. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Miller. McDaniels comes in for Ingles. Anthony Edwards is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Dillingham subbed in for DiVincenzo. 11 feet out. McDaniels with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 9. Strong drive by Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Fearless drive by Edwards, taking the ball right into the defense and finishing strong.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Here's Edwards. Oh, the finish inside by Edwards.
Edwards flexing on them now. Bully ball inside.
The Rockets lead by 5. Here's Şengün. No good on the shot. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes a legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Brooks, he's checked in for Eason.
Guys like McDaniels, who can guard just about any position on the floor, extremely valuable these days.
Back to VanVleet. Over Dillingham. VanVleet misses.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now. Şengün, a screen on McDaniels. 3-pointer, Brooks. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist. Brooks has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Edwards, a pass to Reed. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there. Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Here's Gobert. Gobert using his size to his advantage.
Clearly the strength of Gobert's game. Tough cover down low.
Three-pointer, Brooks. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Left side, Edwards. Good work defensively by Brooks.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And here's Gobert. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. They trail by 3. Off his leg. It's being called a kicked ball. Houston making some changes. Thompson comes in for Green. And Green is subbed in for Whitmore. Julius Randle's checked in for Minnesota. Green against Edwards. Oh, Edwards bringing the heat.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
Green with a screen on Randle. And he's going for the lob. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Fast break, Minnesota. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
McDaniels from long range. It's hauled in by Houston. Thompson's got his 5th rebound in this one. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
McDaniels up top. Brooks defending. Pass to Dillingham. And a miss there on the triple. Green for 3. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. They've been aggressive in transition and find themselves in front. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
They're measuring up the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Well, you got to like what we're seeing from Amin Thompson.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often. But in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
So for Minnesota right now, Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3.
And attacking with reckless abandon. Somehow Thompson able to get through.
And this will be a second trip to the free throw line.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low. Teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him. It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Green with a screen on Randle. And he lobs it up. Stolen by Conley. Right side, McDaniels. Up and in on the layup. McDaniels got 9 points.
Strong work inside by the 6'9" Jaden McDaniels, showing how effective he can be down there.
The Rockets went from 22 to 41 wins last year, finishing right at 500.
Great progress by Houston. Just missed the play-in in the West. They would have easily made that same play-in tournament in the East. A huge step forward for the Rockets, no doubt. And I think it's a team that can sustain that trajectory.
Green with a screen on Randle. Thompson passes. The slam from Green. What a finish.
Green loves putting that vertical of his to good use. Nice timing on that alley-oop.
Pass to Randle. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on Amin Thompson. He's got free throw attempts 4 and 5 here. The first one falls, and Houston will go for a different look here. Steven Adams checked in for Alperen Şengün. Smith comes in for Thompson. Eason's checked in for Brooks. And Holiday subbed in for Van Vliet. To the right side. Adams inside. Reed defending. And he can't jam it through. Out left to the wing. For three, Conley. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost blocked that shot in time. Just a man a second late.
Houston leading by 4. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Adams, the pass to Green. DiVincenzo with a steal. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Green with a screen on Conley. Holiday against Conley. Clock at 6. The Rockets again can't hit. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Randall, pass to Reed. For the lead. It's hauled in by Houston. They've led by as much as 10. To the inside. Here's Adams. And that comes off the assist by Green. And the Rockets lead by 4.
An underrated part of Green's game is the ability to see the floor and make his teammates better.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
2 minutes in the third.
Adams inside, working on Reed. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Green is checked in. Clark is checked in for the Timberwolves. For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And Houston making a change here. Whitmore's checked in. Reed for 3. They get it back. Randall, the pass to Clark. Here's Alexander Walker. And he misses the go-ahead basket. And it's Green with the ball for the Rockets. 2-point game. They get it back.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Eason. Thompson, he's checked in for Houston.
Number 1, come in.
Here's Randall. He has 7. Reed passes to Randall. DiVincenzo on the wing. Over Thompson. Minnesota again missing. Houston has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. If you look at rebounding rate, Tari Eason is one of the best in the NBA, Clark.
Yeah, you think about rate, it basically looks at what percentage of rebounds do you get while you're on the floor. And Eason is prolific in terms of boards per minute. Uses his 6'8" frame well. He's gobbling up rebounds at well under 1 every 3 minutes. That is, that's a lot of heavy lifting there, folks.
Thompson scanning the floor. Down low. Green with a screen on DiVincenzo. And he lobs it up top. And it's hammered home by Green.
Jalen Green has some serious hop. Yes, he does.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Alexander Walker, the pass to Clark. Back to Alexander Walker. Outside, DiVincenzo. 5 on the clock. Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Now Thompson. 21 points in the game. Pass to Green and stolen by Clark. Oh, they get a hand on it. Eason with a steal. And here's Green from the arc. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th.
All right.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. The Rockets lead by 4. Van Fleet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Tari Eason is out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Van Vliet with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Here's Şengün. That three's off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Edwards. Oh, the breakaway! Edwards gets it done on the run.
Exactly how you want to run the break. Great execution by Edwards.
Now here's Van Vliet. Inside, here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Pass to Şengün. Over Gobert. Şengün can't get that one to fall. Minnesota's shooting 47% in this one. Looking efficient. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind him.
Thompson, he's checked in for Houston. Whitmore comes in for Fred Van Vliet. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Randall, he's checked in for DiVincenzo. For 3, Randall sinks the tray.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
They double-team Thompson. Clock at 4. Back to Şengün. Stolen by Conley. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Edwards against Green. Edwards, no good. Randall, the pass to McDaniels. Another shot. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Tari Eason.
The length that McDaniels brings gives him an advantage against the smaller defender, sometimes drawing a foul like he did there. He missed a chance to put him up by 3. You know he'd like to have that one back.
It's tipped. In transition. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
For Randall, another bucket. He continues to expand his offensive game.
Thompson outside. High arcing shot. And the layup is good. Thompson's got 23.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Conley with the ball. He's picked up by Eason. Here's Randall. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And you know, you look at guys like Randall who don't have that eye-popping athleticism or length. The pump fake is a great equalizer.
Fred Van Vliet is checked in for Whitmore. Good on the second one. Rockets trail by 3. Pass to Thompson. Green with a screen on Randall. The 3 from Thompson. They grab their own miss. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal.
Oh, man, I did not see that coming.
With authority.
Did he just do that? Oh, wow. Man. That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
That sure does.
Well, he couldn't help himself. Couldn't resist. That really was a spectacular play.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
You got to give them credit for how aggressive they've been on defense, getting the opposition to cough it up and then making them pay on the other end.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Thompson, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's on Anthony Edwards.
I like how Thompson put pressure on the D, taking it strong near the hole.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Gobert's checked in. Both free throws good from Thompson. Minnesota in the lead. Conley passes to McDaniels. Back to Conley. A minute 15 left in the fourth. Outside for Randall. Clock is at 3. Off the mark there with a 3. And they're set to take control of this game.
It's crucial that they convert here.
Laces one from 3.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Randall outside. They need this. Into the lane. 46 seconds left in the game. Thompson passes to Green. And nails the tray.
Green's got a full toolkit now, which makes him unstoppable at times.
Here's Randall. Second chance shot. It falls! What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
Big time delivery. Go, go, go Bear.
Thompson passes to Şengün. He connects!
When the stakes rise, you need guys who will step up and rise with them. Nice play by Şengün. You know, one of the basic fundamentals in basketball is the ability to box out. He's got that down pat.
Thompson outside. Misses the 3. For 3, Randall. They get the rebound. Edwards. Ooh, Thompson with the block. And he gets it back. And so it's Houston winning this one. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great...
Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
And now the open.
Strong finish.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Now the Rockets with it. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Thompson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try to lean.
And the shot goes in. Thompson's got 6.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Van Vliet. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking.
Well, we know that Fred Van Vliet can be relied upon to find the open man. This guy's so consistently good at it.
Greg, what's the key thing Fred Van Vliet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Green kicks to Thompson. Durant with the steal. Pass to Booker. This one for 3. Buries it from three-point range.
How about that? Impressive range from Devin Booker. Tremendous touch.
Inside. Here's Green. Deal pulls it in. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
Yeah, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Stolen by Brooks. Green passes to Thompson. Over Beal. Thompson misses. Phoenix has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Lets the 3 fly. The shot by KD. No good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist from Van Vliet. Thompson's got 10 points.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
They now take the lead.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
The Suns trailing. Howard sends it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Ime Udoka.
I asked him about his team's plan in trying to contain Kevin Durant. He said, I don't think you can contain Kevin Durant. Our focus is trying to have him take tough shots. Hope he misses most of them. We'll see if they can put any pressure on KD tonight, guys.
Thank you, David.
This one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Drains the three-pointer. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Nice shot by Thompson.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Durant, that's good.
You love the efficiency of that play. Kevin Durant on the interior. Yes, sir.
And Thompson kicks to Brooks. Down against Thompson. Banked in off the glass. Thompson's got 19 points.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets.
You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
The shot by Beal, no good.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
And Thompson gets it to go.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Pass to KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Nice defense from KD. Booker fires from way outside. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Rockets lead by 1. After this break, we'll be back. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Houston.
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. We've got Allen. Plumlee out there with O'Neal. Then it's Jones. And it's Gillespie in at the point guard position.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
Here's Adams. That misses off the backboard. Suns leading by 5. O'Neal from long range. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. The Rockets shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. Adams down low. Working on Jones. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got his first basket.
There is a persistence about Steven Adams. Quality defense will not deter this guy if he wants to score. Nice finish. You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Adams, right side. Over Plumlee. Plumlee with some nice D. Phoenix has gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Jones, the pass to Gillespie. Pulls up. And it's Phoenix scoring again. Rockets trail by 8. Here's Adams. And it's sent back by Plumlee. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And it's Gillespie missing. Rockets have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Holiday. Another miss by Houston.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And it's Gillespie missing. And Adams has got the ball here for the Rockets. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds in this game. Allen for 3. That one's in. His first shot this game. Greg, every year injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. Ron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 through 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you. Allen's shot is off. Rockets trail by 9. Eason gets a wide open look. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Eason's got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Adams, and it's Houston with another.
Listen, there is a touch and a confidence about Steven Adams. If he's in the paint, he will get it done.
Pass to Allen. Here's Jones. Puts one up from 19. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Houston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And Holiday, here we go. And Adams with the slam.
Well, simply put it in the vicinity of Steven Adams, and his great hands makes that dunk look easy.
On the basket by Jones.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Adams down low. He's guarded by Plumlee. So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group.
Substitution on the court.
Phoenix leading by 5. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. No good from Booker. And stolen by Booker. A fadeaway. Book it! Devin for 3.
Devin Booker will flat put it to you on the three-point line. Don't give him any open shots.
Green with a screen on Booker. Pass to Green. For 3, Van Vliet. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Phoenix holding on to an 8-point lead. Heading in. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You know, Amen Thompson has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Brooks is out there with Amen Thompson. And it's Şengün in at the 5. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Booker looking around. It's rebounded by Şengün. Rockets trail by 6. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün. Doris, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
And for the Rockets, they're shooting about 59%.
And he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. The shot by KD. No good. And stolen by Dunn. From the arc. And it's Durant, that time on the assist from Dunn.
3 points.
Durant's got 12 points in the game.
Kevin Durant just lighting up the stat sheet right now. He's in a rhythm, and that's trouble.
And it's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball.
Rocket ball.
And so it's Houston with it. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Fades and shoots. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Yeah, the whole floor is open for Kevin Durant offensively. Mid-range is his sweet spot, folks.
And a deep 3 from Beal. The Rockets pull it in. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. A floater. The shot by Thompson, no good. Suns leading by 7. Fires for 3. And Bradley Beal with the 3. Beal's got his second basket.
You're talking about one of the sweetest shooting guards in the entire NBA. Bradley Beal from deep. Yes, sir.
the basket is good.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Pass to KD. Offensive rebound. Here's Richards, and no good. Trying to use the glass. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. And Thompson slams it home.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. A nice shot by KD.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And Booker kicks to Durant. Over to the left wing. Durant sets a screen for Dunn. Lobbed up there. Watch out! The damaging Durant flying right through.
I'll tell you, Kevin Durant is hyped. He knows no one can stop him if the pass is perfect.
Shots good by Booker.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Booker with it. Picked up by Thompson. Booker against Thompson. Booker outside. Over Thompson. No good from Booker. He gets trailed by 9. And Thompson gets it to go. And it's 37 points from Amen Thompson.
Boy, that's a beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
And Booker puts up a deep 3. Again, the miss by Booker.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Assist from
Richards gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Thompson from long range. Phoenix grabs the miss. Richards got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's KD for 3. No points to be had here. Misses for the 5th time in 13 tries. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Bradley Beal picks one up.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Phoenix leading by 6. Nobody near Allen. Can't connect from long distance. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And the shot is good. Thompson's got 42 in the game.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Now, we thought the 3rd quarter was over, but it turns out the officials
Previous play is under
released the ball before the buzzer.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Phoenix Suns. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And the worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. So with Durant sitting on the bench. This is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. Royce O'Neal is out there with Plumlee. Then it's Tyus Jones. Then there's Allen. And it's Gillespie in at the 1. Allen for the 3. Doesn't go that time.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Thompson.
for your Rockets, number 5, Fred VanVleet.
The Suns leading. Plumlee with a screen on Green. There's O'Neal with the three. And the three ball is good. O'Neal's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And while perimeter play might be Smith's calling card, he does have the size to do damage inside.
Houston making a switch here. Thompson's checked in.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
For three, Booker. Rebound by Smith.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the three ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Van Vliet. Done against Thompson. Lobbed up there for Green. That one, no good.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Suns leading by 7. And here's KD for three. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 5 rebounds tonight. And it's sent back by KD.
Boy, how about the defense from Kevin Durant? Sends that shot back.
Lets it go from deep. Durant hand delivers the transition bucket. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Houston. Pass to Thompson. Driving to the basket. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Phoenix has gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. There's Beal with the three. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 5th rebound in this one. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's just sloppy. I mean, you can't lose control of the ball like that and let it get back across midcourt.
I guess the only good thing about it is it didn't turn into a fast break the other way. Dead ball turnover.
Şengün's checked in for the Rockets. Dylan Brooks comes in for Thompson. Here's Booker. Beal finds KD. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got 11 rebounds in the game. And here's Green outside. A three-pointer's right on target. And now just a 5-point Suns lead. The Suns shooting the pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Shots good by Booker.
And the fans are so fired up after that triple that trimmed the lead at the other end. And now they are stunned.
Van Vliet passes to Smith. They grab their own miss. Yep, it counts.
And the D getting outwork there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
For three, Durant. It's rebounded by Şengün. They've led by as many as 11 points. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3.
And with the game tight, Green gets even more in that zone and ensures he's delivering what his team needs.
Kevin Durant absolutely fearless. If the game's in the balance, he will demand the basketball.
Lets it go with the three. Another three for Phoenix.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And Phoenix can just let the clock run down here. Fires away from outside. Brooks grabs the board. So the Suns win it. This was a very strong. Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.